Welcome to the Flag to Flag Media YouTube channel. This is episode, what, 4?
I think it's 4, yeah.
All right, episode 4 of the Racing Grind. Tonight we're working on tires. We are at Logan's house doing tire work. First and foremost, I do want to give a shout out to Midnight Sports Gear for coming on board and sponsoring this series. So make sure you go check out all our social media. I'll have that linked in the description below. So yeah, make sure you give them a follow, they do have a lot of, if you're in the fast pitch softball, slow pitch softball, baseball, they sell a lot of sports gear, and they're also going to be branching out into the racing market. So make sure you give all their social media pages a like and a follow. But right now,
it's tire
work. All right, stay tuned.
So it's tire night. I know it's real early in the season, but I like to be a little prepared, and I start getting my tires in early and start prepping them for the upcoming season. So we received 8 tires today, and we're gonna mount them up and get them prepared to groove inside.
What's the difference here? I know a lot of people see a bunch of different racing tires. Can you go through like what?
Yeah. So what we got here is I got some, these are 60s, M60s, which they are our hard tire. And usually when the track, there's not a lot of grip left on the racetrack, we'll put these on the right rear. And because in UMP, that is our only option, is the right rear to have a 60. So we put those on because as the tire heats up, it will actually start latching onto the racetrack. So hard tires when there's little grip, because the operating temperature on a hard tire is at a higher temperature. So we use those. And then we have 30s. They're our soft tire. They're our only other option that we have to run. So from that point, it's 26.5, 27.5, just however you want your stagger is basically what justifies that. So some guys run all 27.5s, some guys run 26.5s in the front, 27.5s on the rear. It is what your chassis manufacturer wants you to run, or what you are comfortable with running. So that's kind of a gist on the tires. It's short, but
it's good info.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of shows someone like our tire choices and kind of what controls that aspect on what we choose and stuff. So, but yeah, let's get to it.
So we have this is a heck of a deal. We want to throw this in the video just because
it might strike someone's attention.
I mean, this thing is worth its weight in gold. So a slightly race version door that Logan would probably make somebody a heck of a deal on. Look at that. Barely even used.
Barely used.
Barely.
I mean,
it's got a lot of life left in it.
Yeah. It needs a new home.
So yeah.
Hot deal. Special.
Yeah, yes. Special deal.
It's the flag to flag special right here.
Yeah. Even if you comment on this video, there's a chance this door could be given away to a racer in need. So if we get a bunch of comments and videos on this video,
well,
we can hook somebody up with a slightly used racing door.
Slightly used. Chop marks. Well, I say I'm picking about my chop marks, but I don't go personally pick these tires out. So when I get my tires here, I see what my chop marks are. So usually a 26.5 is going to be spec'd at an 86. So they're going to be right around that area, and then a 27.5 is spec'd out at 88.
And that's inches around, right?
That's inches around circumference, yep. And that is supposedly, I think it's at 25 pounds hot, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Shannon Rush may correct me on this video. But yeah, I think that's hot. So
we technically aren't professionals, so
yeah,
we're always available for critiquing.
Exactly,
right?
Yeah. We're always learning something.
Yeah.
So even in the videos that we're doing now, I'm sure there's something that we can do different. So all of them are 86, so But yeah, I think they're usually, I've seen them as low as, I think they could go like an inch either way. Because I've seen them as low as like 85, 85 and a quarter. I think 85 and a quarter is probably as low as I've seen the 26.5. And then some of the 27.5s I've seen like 87 and a quarter. And I haven't really seen them go up above that number, but I'm sure that they might.
It's possible.
It's possible. So, like Kevin Garnett said, anything is possible.
Anything is possible. Come on, muscles.
Ah, really in there. Alright. So we gotta get the old tire snot here. So we can put these tires on. Yes, this is a tire machine, but I really only use it to take the tire off. I was still manhandled onto that wheel. I'm weird like that, I guess.
Old school.
Old school. Stick this tire snot around the bead a few times. And then press the machine up against the wall. Sometimes it rolls around on you, you know. Man, I might have to try the old machine.
For viewer entertainment.
Can't let it beat you.
There is a possibility that the air compressor could come on, so audio could be messed up a little bit. But it's all right though. We gotta get these tires done. What'd you do? Lose everything you needed or what?
Yeah. I didn't get prepared. Didn't get prepared for the video.
While we're waiting on him to get all this stuff, I'll give a big shout out to his wife Aubrey. She got a big $1,000 check hanging up on the wall. Brown Sound Speedway 2018. Just saying.
The Brandeis race.
There you go. 2018. Yeah. What?
Yep, 18. I believe 19 was her final year. So.
When you get her back in her car.
Yeah, I'm trying, but she's not really interested.
That's crazy too.
It really is. It was.
She was good at it.
She was. And it was just weird how it all, it was just weird. We were watching East Bay. I remember it like it was yesterday. We were watching East Bay and she was just.
I'm done.
I was like, man, we need to get your car ready, you know. She, yeah. And then, like the next day, I think I'm done. All right. And in a matter of like 40 minutes, it was sold.
That's wild.
So we got the tire mounted up and we got it on the fancy stand here, homemade.
Fancy.
And so now I like to groove my tires, and then I like to grind them, and then I like to cycle. So that's so we're gonna do that process and follow along. So I cheat. So I cheat here, and I will just go one block back. And one block back, what I have found, is usually around 15 degrees. So I go from right front to left rear. It's just what I think is right. When the wheels turn, I feel like that is straight in the contact patch of the racetrack. There's really no rhyme or reason to any of the stuff that I do. I just monitor and take notes of my tires and see how they wear. And once I find something that I feel is okay, then that's what we go with. So yeah, so we'll lay out a few grooves here, kind of getting a rhythm, and then I'll take off with it. All right. And then I just set my depth. Make sure we're still good. I go on my grooves. I usually go about 3/4 of the tread. And once again, that's just what I found taking notes. There's nothing swaying me one way or another. It's just kind of what I've done, and to me, it's what works. Just gotta heat up a little bit.
So he's gonna do this little groove right here, all the way around the tire.
Yep.
So we'll catch back up with you here in a minute when we get a bunch of this done.
Bunch of this done.
Yeah. Okay, so here's an update on the tire grooving. So whenever you do groove tires, right? So Logan's got the notches cut in there.
So
the bad part is you can explain it.
Yeah. So when you cut the tire, you gotta dig out all the rubber here of what you've cut away to make additional grooves into a tire. I use a flathead screwdriver. It works. I know Chad Weirs at Weirs Machine, I know that he makes a tire pick just for this specific reason. But I haven't got me one yet, so maybe
we need to work on that.
Maybe I can work on getting a tire pick from Weirs Machine. So, but yeah, that's one of the downfalls to grooving a tire is the aftermath after you cut all these grooves into it. So stay tuned. We'll do grinding next.
We just wanted to kind of update you on this because this part of the racing grind is what a lot of people don't see.
Yeah.
There is a lot of tire work that goes behind dirt cars.
Yeah, there's a lot of behind the scenes to all of it. So we're just trying to give you all a little insight of what we do through the week and what we do through the winter to prepare to go racing. So
Yeah, so we'll update you when Logan gets to grinding. So the grooving is done, and now it's time to grind the tire.
Grind the tire, yep. So basically what we do is they've got the old tried and true way was to just grind it off. You just want to grind the oils basically from the mold and everything. You want to try to grind them off of the tire. That way you kind of get a fresh patch of rubber. Also, Tire Demon has a tire planer basically that will also kind of do the same effect, and it'll help square up your corners. But I just, for right now, a new tire, I just buff the glaze off.
Okay.
So we're gonna do that.
Let's do it.
It's cold outside. The air compressor may come on, but yeah, we'll clean the rubber up later.
We'll get her later. All right, so you can see the difference,
Yep.
right?
So I just use a 24 grit pad from the weld shop store there in town. Nothing too crazy. Got a backing pad on it. Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just the basics. It works.
All right, so we will catch back up with you guys when he gets done grinding this tire. That work for you?
Works for me.
All right.
Now we are siping, which blooper. I mean, I gotta get my siping tool ready.
That might help.
I'm not ready. Wasn't ready. Wasn't prepared. So many choices. So we try to line up these blades the best we can, get them as close as possible. I think there's a tool out there for that as well. So
It's a pretty tedious process.
yeah. So the thing about siping tires is that you don't want to sipe any more tech tip. You don't want to sipe any more than what you're going to wear off in the period of your race. So you want to just scratch the surface basically. And you want a good tire wear, your sights will be gone by the end of the race. The other tech tip would be horizontal sipes create heat and circumference sipes create cooling. So you can adjust the number of sipes for that. You can put more sipes horizontal to and less circumference, maybe for a heat race, like a quick race. You know, you need your tires to heat up faster, or you can do more circumference sipes and for like features when you got more laps, and just so you want to just try to keep the tire at the perfect temperature. So there's no really 5 sipes one way is going to be the perfect thing. I mean, it's just something that you will have to take notes and figure out for yourself, and a lot of it is what you like.
Do what's best for you.
Do what's best for you. All right, let me switch you spots, Matt. Sorry.
No, you're good.
On this siper, you got a little arrow to kind of help you show center, and you can run it either way. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I run it this way because once I get to rolling, I start going pretty fast. Some people will groove, sipe, and then grind. I groove, buff, and then sipe because of my edges. I like to keep my edges as square as possible on the siping side of things. And this is usually a process that I do week in and week out. So it's unlike grooving, you can't really tell that we've done it, but
All them little lines
all them
across
little
there.
lines is siping.
Tongue's hanging out.
That's right. Siping is a lot easier on you than it is to groove these things.
Plus, I'll have to get you a sweat rag whenever you was grooving more ago.
It was rough. It's been a minute since I had to groove a tire. I got out of shape.
And that furnace ain't near as bad as your dad's shop.
No, I know. It's a nice, cool sweatshirt temperature in this garage.
For anybody's been watching our videos to follow along, if you notice some background noise at his dad's shop, that furnace he has is wicked.
It's the real deal.
Wicked.
Yeah, you go to Jeff Mount's shop, it is sunny and 75 all the time.
Yeah,
You come here, it is kind of meat locker, but
Yeah,
it's comfortable.
comfortable.
Put the sweatshirt on and work.
yeah.
As some would say, the heat is in the tools.
And your dad has a car right underneath.
Right underneath the heater.
furnace, yeah.
Yep. I think that's method to, maybe he doesn't want me around.
That's true. I'll run you off.
Yep. And then we're done. And that is the process of tire work.
Tire night is done. I will say this though, like we just went through like one tire prep thing tonight for part 4.
Yep.
Like
Kind
Logan,
of get the gist of what it takes to get it one tire ready for the
Right.
process.
like Logan's talking about, he has to do all these tires the exact same way.
Yeah.
And this is an ongoing thing through the whole season. So this
Yeah.
is just part of the grind.
Yeah. We just wanted to get you guys an insight of one of the many things that we do and why we call it the racing grind.
Right.
When when the season rolls, I mean, we got all winter to prepare, and then when the season rolls, we got 1 week, sometimes just days. I
Right.
mean, from getting ready the next night even,
Right.
and you try to fit a week's worth of work into one night. A lot of long nights and everything, but that's why we do it. It's a whole lot of fun.
We have time now, so
Yeah,
we're doing
it
yeah.
right now. We're prepping. So
We're gonna have a lot more content coming. I know there's a lot of stuff planned. We have
Yeah.
a ton of stuff planned for this summer, I know. So
yeah, we're gonna go racing.
yeah,
So
make sure you hit that subscribe button, like this video, give us a comment of how you liked it, how you like this series so far. what content you'd like to see. We'll make sure we get it for you all. Another shout out to Midnight Sports Gear for coming along with us. Tire night.
Tire
Done.
night. Don't forget the flash sale. Door.
Don't forget this flash sale either. I gotta get this in there one more time. We get a bunch of comments. We're gonna give away this slightly used door panel. It's got a lot of life left in it.
I mean,
A lot of life.
I could probably throw in an autograph. That
We can do it.
it might devalue it just a little bit. I don't know, but
Just depends.
just depends.
It's a nice looking door.
It is. It's nice.
Nice looking door.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna sign off.
We'll see you guys on the next one.